skipped a bit. I did more flattening to the slab and finished it off. My router cable did not come in time and it's still not here. That was over a week ago. So I use connectors for now, which are well protected, and here it is. So I'll just twist it a bit so you can see properly. This is the shape. So we have thin edges here, which are pretty thin, going into a thicker edge over there. Excuse all the mess, but it's just the creative process. And there's the other edge there, goes from thick to thin. So what I'm doing now is fitting bow ties to various sections. So under here, just to protect that little crumb collection point, what I'd call it, a crumb collection point there. And also just to prevent any further split down that joint if it ever happened. Here, just because of that sort of skewed knot in there and the splits associated with that. This knot I'm going to leave because it's not a problem. This is a sparesy, so that can come out of the way. I have a big one in the middle, which is just a feature basically, just to bridge the gap and add a little bit of support in there. And then this one, again, just to support that split there. Did one yesterday that is in here. Took the point off that edge because it came too close to this thin edge here and I didn't want to cause any further issues, but that one's in. So today, oh, there's another one there. Today I'm going to be fitting some more basically and see where we get. Just cleaning up these edges because they're a bit, well, they're straight off the bandsaw, so just getting the most of the marks out, and then you can see here you've got a bit of a bandsaw dip in there, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. This is boring, well in fact it's all boring. It's better when it's done. Pair it off so you get a nice straight angle in the middle there. And that's pretty much it. So you can see now that's got a nice angle. In the middle where they meet, it's just a triangular corner basically. What I'm going to do now is I'll start off by putting light chamfer on each edge, just like that. Two reasons: it adds clearance for any sort of mucky corners left after you've chiselled out, but firstly I use it so that when I mark up in a moment for the actual hole I'm going to cut for this to fit in, I can angle my pencil inside that so that when I cut it out I don't have to cut inside a line. It's literally just cut to the line and then we fettle it afterwards. So I think that's quite good so far. I worked on the other one. I'm not a butterfly expert or a bow tie expert, whatever you want to call it, but we all do our best. So you're always trying to work on the back of the grain angle so that you don't dig into the grain and split any bits out. So if you can see, that has got all the little bevel edges on there ready for me to mark. So I've just got to decide where it goes. So I think, looking at these others as well, we've got some varying angles. So this one's going to go like this. This one is pretty similar to that. So I'm thinking we could put that in, I don't know really, like that. So I'm going to mark that anyway. So always use a mechanical pencil for marking out, or a marking knife, but a pencil you can rub out a knife, just basically cuts a hole. You angle your pencil, you can see underneath where you did that chamfer, basically. It gives you a bit of wiggle room as well, so if you do something wrong, or you overcut or take too much off, you've got a bit of extra material to play with, so you won't have issues with that. You can put this on a backing board like this, undercut it basically, so if you looked at it from the side, it would be wedge shaped. But this is how I've been doing it so far. I haven't done many, to be honest. This one seems quite a safe option. Let's route this out. I don't want to go full depth straight away, go sort of 3/4 of the depth like that. You've got a bit to plane off after, I forgot about that. Like I said, I'm not an expert. Plunge it in. So close up, it looks like that. So we've got, let me just change this angle because it's completely wrong. We've got the depth in there that we want. Butterfly will sit in there nicely. All we've got to do is cut to these lines now. As you can see around the outside, then we'll fettle it to fit. I would recommend doing a quick test fit, so don't bang it in too hard, but just drop it in the hole somehow. So I can see that's going to fit. It looks a little bit gappy from here, but I'm hoping where it's tapered it will fit out into that space. This isn't tight bond, this is a different type of glue we use. Some glues direct, but we get through probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 kilos a month, so we just buy direct from them. Chuck some in the hole, basically. I haven't got a brush. I normally hate when people do this, but use your finger if you want. Get the glue on all the edges. Make sure it's on the bottom edge. So rub it on so it's got a good initial adhesion and coverage, otherwise you'll just have gappy bits everywhere. Good to go in the hole. So that is it, up close, it's in, ready to be plain flat, and then we've got the others to do, so I'll work through those and give you a little look at it at the end.